These days, it seems like every other week we've got a new double-stack 1911 entering the market, and they are definitely not all created equal. Will this new one from an unknown company do the trick and take your dollars? We're going to break it down into 5 key categories and give you everything you need to know on the Jacob Grey TWC9 in 5 minutes or less. 20,000% of gun owners don't carry enough medical gear on them every day, and it's 4 billion% more likely for you to save someone's life than have to end it. These percentages have not been evaluated for accuracy. Medical Gear Outfitters has you covered. The civilian medical trauma kit has shears, a cat tourniquet, chest seals, and tons more. And if you're like me and go off the pavement, you need the Overlander kit for your vehicle. You never know when you will become the first responder. Use code TGC10 at medicalgearoutfitters.com. Being that this is a new company, I sort of turned up my BS detector to see if it's legit or not, and I was pretty excited because I think it looks fantastic. The fitment is tight on everything on the gun, and there are no glaring issues in terms of quality. I would say that the coatings on the slide catch and the safety were a bit less clean than the rest of the gun, but I'll only knock off half a point for that. 4.5 out of 5 for quality. Ergonomics. I have decent sized hands, and this gun shouldn't be challenging to control. That said, it's uncomfortable to shoot. The rear, where your hand meets the safety area, kind of in the web here, is too wide and forces your grip to sort of shift, and then the ambi safeties go right into the thumb knuckle. I compared it to my Bull Armory TAC-5, like you can see here, and they use a much more slim grip and safeties to make it easier to get good control.
What I always find weird about this style of gun is they always use like a normal 1911 slide release instead of something wider. Like the frame is almost a whole value wider than that, so you have to like use your other hand
or slingshot it.
Yeah, or slingshot it, which is a totally different thing than most other semi-auto pistols.
Not only that, but the slide catch is way too small for the gun. It needs an extended one that sticks out a little bit more for one-handed operation without breaking your grip. And the grip has almost no texture. It looks cool, being all smooth and whatnot, but the diamonds that are on there offer no traction, and the sides have zero texture at all. Because of all this, the gun moves in the hand quite a bit, and I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 for ergos. For features, it comes optic ready, which is nice, and the optic plate cover has the sights attached, which usually means you're going to lose that rear sight. However, they were smart about this, and each plate that they give you has a rear sight attached to it. That's really smart. Otherwise, it's got some fancy slide serrations and the lack of texture on the grip that I mentioned before. The barrel is 4.25 inches, and it comes with fairly common 17-round checkmate mags. 3 out of 5 for features. In terms of practical accuracy, aka how accurate we can be with the gun, the grips weren't horrible. I think they were pretty good, but there was clear vertical stringing, likely because of the lack of grip texture. Good group. All right.
All right, there's my fist and my group. A little bit of vertical stringing there. And here is Ben's group. Definitely a tighter group. Again, a little bit of vertical stringing, but definitely a better group as well. It's still really good accuracy.
4 out of 5. This gun carries an MSRP of $2,500. It's not cheap. And because of that, they have a problem. There are plenty of other guns with 17-round or higher mag capacity and good triggers that are just better than this for less money or the same money. The Walther PDP Match comes to mind. The DWX comes to mind. And the big one here is the Bull Armory coming to mind. The Bull Armory SAS2 TAC-5 that I've got is just flat out better for the money, and it's $700 less. This, to me, is another case of a gun that's trying to be too much. It's trying to do something for everybody. I think they got rid of any texture on the grip to be comfortable against your body for carry, but that means it's harder to shoot. And it's also 30 ounces which means it's a bit heavy for an EDC gun. It's definitely not set up for competition either. So that leaves it in a category of sort of range toy for me. And while I do love range toys, I mean, look at this stuff behind me. Some of this is nonsense. I just don't think I'm going to be taking this one out very often. 2 out of 5 for value, giving this a total of 15.5 out of 25. It's just not great.